Ooh. Technical difficulties. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Shit happens, all right? You know what I'm saying? This is what we learn from. To make sure, you know what I'm saying? Not to say you're my guinea pig. But, you know what I'm saying? You are definitely helping me, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on and why it's all good. You know, again, my boy dropped off a very great gift. The vinyl copy of Which Way Is Up. And he explained to us exactly what was going on in this picture, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have to understand that this is a very, very, very special gift to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know whether to play it, put it on the wall.
Right.
But it's going to be something that I do cherish, and I appreciate you for that, man.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
no
you,
doubt.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, man, this is your boy DJ Reese, Read It, Speak Loud TV. Again, we are tapped in with Fifth Child. Yeah. West Side, South Side, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There you go.
And we were just talking about, you know what I'm saying, balance of relationships and music and chasing your dream and relationships. Now, I mean, I've seen situations to where it's like, well, you know, baby, I'm at the studio, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People don't believe in it, you know what I'm saying, until you're about to do something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
At that point, it's too late for you to believe it. I don't want to deal with it. You need to leave the studio, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing up there, you know what I'm saying? Well, shit, that's how you feel, and I don't need to be around you. So now, with your wife now, she's totally understanding of everything.
Man, my wife is everything that I pray for and more. Okay. About just having somebody that not only appreciates and respects my ambition, but matches my ambition with what she's got going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I can root for
right.
as much as, you know, she roots for me. So, you know, she's like just as much of a hustler.
Okay, let's shout her out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what does she have going on? Let's put her
Man, okay, so
it's all in the family.
Yeah, for real. Shout out Jessica Trigg Brown. But her main bread and butter right now, she's a loctician.
Okay.
Under the name Lock Just Right.
So I guess yours
Just Right.
That's good.
Man. What?
Lucky.
Right. Yeah, so Lock Just Right. She we recently started a business making candles and paraphernalia called Pretty Blowed.
Okay.
Yeah, Pretty Blowed.
So when you say paraphernalia.
Candles and paraphernalia called Pretty Blowed.
Say less.
And,
it speaks for itself. Now, how can they tap in and find some of the merch?
Instagram is going to be the best way to reach for sure. I mean, she has the website as well, but Instagram is going to be the best place to tap in.
And what's the name of that Instagram page?
Pretty Blowed Boutique.
Okay, BLOWED, or is it BLOWD?
BLOWED.
Okay, Pretty Blowed Boutique. Make sure y'all tap in and follow that.
Yeah.
And again, make sure y'all share this video. We got to spread these words out, you know what I'm saying? Share it to your page. I never know who's going to watch it. Share it to their page. They share it to their page. They share it to their page. Friends, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell another motherfucking friend, man.
There's a song on that album called Ubuntu, and that's exactly what that means. It's I am because we are.
Because we are.
I am because we are. That's what Ubuntu means, and that's exactly what it is. You know?
And what language is that? Ubuntu.
Swahili.
Okay. All right, we can go with that. You know what I'm saying? We can go with that. Okay. Crystal dinner. Which way? Okay. Ubuntu. Oh, okay. Supreme. JayZ. Oh, you got Dollar Black on this joint.
Mm-hmm. And JayZ, you know, if you heard the first Kanye album, College Dropout, the song with him and JayZ, Never Let Me Down. There was a guy doing a poem at the end. That's JayZ.
That guy?
That's
who did the?
Yeah. I will never ever let you down when these words are found. That's JayZ.
How you get that?
Man, just shout out to my boy Vice who hooked that up.
Man, that is some. And when these words are found, you know what I'm saying?
No, the guy's penmanship has been signed with a language called love. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That poem, that poem was hard.
And that's one of my favorite songs on there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They killed that joint. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, now I got to tap in now, so it's gonna get played. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so your name, Fifth Child. Mm-hmm. Where does that derive from? I mean, are you against pints, or you know, don't want to do half gallon, don't want to do pints? Fifth Child.
I wish that was the reason. No, so I'm actually the youngest of 4 children. Not 5. But and I used to, when I started doing music like years and years ago, I was a battle rapper, believe it or not. Like that's all I used to do. That's all I wanted to do was battle rap. And so like I'm seeing pictures like, so that banner is the one that I used to be at like at 7 All Arts Cafe.
Oh my goodness, man, this is so authentic and genuine.
When we have like Freestyle Friday, not Freestyle Fridays, but Lyrics Lounge.
Yeah.
And they would do it like on Wednesdays. And so it was just ciphers and battles and stuff like that. So that's how I got started at 12, 13, 14 years old. And that's all I wanted to do. And, you know, then I was writing like gun bars and stuff like that. Like I was 13 years old. I ain't
Young and thuggy.
I mean, I was just, but yeah, I was 18 years old, and I was going by a different name. But then I was 18 years old and sitting down with my mom and my sister, and I was just asking my mom if she, you know, because I knew I was the youngest. I didn't know if she ever got pregnant again after I was born, and you know, just like, or if they ever tried again. And she told me, she was like, I didn't get pregnant after you were born. I got pregnant before you were born. And I was like,
that's
wait,
prolific.
what? And she was like, yeah, because my brother's the oldest. 2 years later, then it was my sister. 2 years later, my other sister. And then 3 years later was me. And so she told me that after she got pregnant with after my third sister, the third child was born, she got pregnant again. And my dad was like, man, we already got too many kids. And it's like, you know, we ain't got money for all these kids and stuff like that. And so we talked into terminating the 4th pregnancy. Okay. And then she was actually at the hospital about to have a tubal ligation, and my grandmother was trying to talk her out of it, like, no, you know, don't do it. Just, you know, have one more, make it an even number. You know, we like big families, you know, just trying to talk her out of it. And so, I mean, she's already got the gown on and everything. Like in the hospital, the nurse walks in with the clipboard, like, all right, Miss Brown, you ready to go? And she was like, you know what? I can't do this. Never mind. Got up and walked out. 9 months later, I was born.
5th child.
And so when I found that out, I was like, dang, I almost didn't make it.
Right.
So it's like, that was a close call. So if I'm going to make music, if I'm going to just live, period, I need to live with purpose, because it's almost like somebody was sacrificed for me to be here. So that name is a reminder for me, like, hey, you need to make sure everything you do, let there be a message to it, do it with purpose, you know.
I can see now, 5th child. You would have been. That's dope as hell. Now let's go back to 7, because I probably saw you there before, but didn't know I saw you. Because I used to go down there back in the Gap. I was down there, and Don Ron was doing some filming or whatnot for. He had a little.
I remember Don. Yeah, I remember Don. Right? Yeah.
We go down there. Yeah. He'll bring Strawberry down there.
Yeah.
And he had the show on public access, Nightlife South. Yeah.
Dang, that's some old Jack.
And that, yeah, I mean, it was in the back. You go down this hall, and there was a room. Yeah. And that's when I first seen. I don't know if you know who Young Malice is, or Malice. He ended up getting signed with Scarface. The Product. They had the group called The Product.
Yeah.
But he was down there, and he was standing there, and he was spitting. I mean, it was just freestyle shit going on down there. It was like underground.
Yeah, man.
I probably saw you in there. I just didn't know.
I definitely used to be up in there.
Like I said, Wednesday we'll go down there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very, 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 very proud of that, you know what I'm saying? That you was a part of that culture and to be down there. So where do you put yourself? Well, not yourself. I ain't gonna let you compare yourself to anybody else. But I feel like Kamikaze is a dope ass artist.
Yeah.
Dope.
I haven't heard a bad Kamikaze verse before.
At all. Okay. So if you had to pick. Kaz, Skip Coon.
Kamikaze, dang. That's the, but okay, I'll say Skip because
okay.
For me growing up, like Skip was in, the reason I even started rapping was because my brother Skip Coon and this guy named Rashid Hadi, amazing producer, and Young Valentine, they were a group at Forest Hill called Chapter 13.
Okay.
And then So I grew up around them. So when I would come there to Lyricist Lounge nights, that's who I was riding with, my brother and all of them. Yeah. And so I was just little brother, wanted to be like his big brother. Reason I started rapping anyway.
Cause Skip Coon dope as fuck.
But yeah, and so these were like my idols, you know.
Yeah.
They were my heroes. And even when I started producing this, because I used to listen to tapes that, you know, Rashid Hadi and Young Valentine had put together, like cassette tapes. Yeah. And that's what we would freestyle to. Okay. So
you've been around it before you was in it, which is what kind of got you in it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's a terminology that's being used for different kind of people. They will say, as I listen to your music, you know what I'm saying, it falls in the category of backpack rappers. You know what I'm saying? And then you have street rappers. Now, I know it's a difference between both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, would you consider yourself a backpack rapper? I mean, because you started off on some gun shit. Here we go, here, blah, 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 rah, rah. But then here you are now. I guess that's maturity and growth.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a backpack rapper?
I would not.
Okay.
I would not. I mean, I don't. It's not like I consider myself a street rapper either. Where I am right now, when I listen to my music, and what I want to put off with it is empowerment more so than anything else.
Okay.
Empowerment and audacity, and that's wherever you are. If you are in a college classroom, or if you are, you know, locked up, or if you are, you know, whatever your situation is. Like I want you to be empowered to, like, in the songs like Juneteenth, it's supposed to be about audacity and not letting somebody else define you for who you are. You know? Now
you have a song called You Never Know.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into it, what do you mean by you never know?
What that means is there are so many times when we're afraid to take a leap of faith. Okay. And we can assume that things will not play out in our favor, that we're not prepared. It's like, it's dealing with imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
So, right, yeah. So imposter syndrome.
Break that down for people that don't know.
Imposter syndrome is when you are in spaces and don't feel like you are qualified because whoever has gotten you to believe that you don't deserve to be where you are. And so, and like I said, it could be on a job and people just questioning why you are here and what makes you feel qualified to be here. And when really God has prepared you for all of this and more. And so when people feel like they don't belong and like they're underqualified, that makes you take stuff from people that you shouldn't. That makes you allow people to treat you any kind of way and less than the king and the royalty that you are.
Because you don't believe in yourself.
Because you don't believe in yourself. And it's like, okay, but you never know what is, like, even I'm gonna get
talk to me.
But like even in the story of Moses, you see all the stuff that Moses did in the Bible, and Moses like had a stutter, and he like, man, I'm really not qualified to talk to all these people and lead these people. That's not, that's my phone that keeps dropping.
Okay, I'm like,
but
did Moses have a stutter?
He did.
You heard him?
Yeah. I heard a voicemail.
Because people tell us stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
and here's the thing: you also can't get even if you are, even if you are somebody that doesn't necessarily believe the Bible to be fact, to not pull from, or just anybody. There are people who believe in a higher power that don't necessarily believe the Bible is fact too. And like I said, either way, if you can't pull a message from the story too, whether you believe in fact or fiction, it's like you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, you ever read the book Animal Farm? Heard of it?
No.
Never heard of the book Animal Farm?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know. Did we read that in school?
That was one of the books you read in school.
Yeah. I think I do remember that one.
And so the book is all animals, right? And they're on this farm, and the pigs try to convince everybody, like, hey, we need to take over this farm and kill the farmers that are oppressing us. And all the animals like, yeah. And so they, rise up against the farmer and kill him. Book. But then the pigs start doing exactly what the people were doing to be oppressive to the other animals.
Right.
So if you just like, man, animals can't talk, and then you miss the whole message, like whether or not it's fact or fiction, you missing the story about how power will consume you and corrupt you and you missing all that because it's like, oh, animals can't talk, that book ain't real. It's like, you feel what I'm saying?
I think Dave Chappelle had spoke on that on his last comedy situation to where he was like, it was some guy, I forgot his name, I wish I remembered his name so I could be straight with my facts. But he was a slave. And he was so smart, and he got the money, and he ended up buying slaves because he thought that was success because that's all he knew.
Right.
Okay. Animal Farm. I gotta go read that again.
It's hard. It really is. It really is. It's hard.
Up, man.
I know from middle school reading class.
We're gonna hear You Never Know for a second though before you even get too much. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna be talking about it, won't even hear the song. Right. Man, You Never Know is a dope ass song. And you do the production?
Yeah, I produce all the time.
Yeah. You produce?
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Scratchin' Jackson on the scratch.
Okay.
Dripping with ambition from my head to toe. What'd happen if you never quit?
You never know.
You never know. You never know. Gotta live with the regrets if you let it go. So close to the blessing that you headed for. What'd happen if you never quit? You never know. You never know. You never know. Gotta live with the regrets if you let it go. Yeah, niggas talking greasy, but whatever though. I be so ahead they couldn't see me with a telescope. We ain't even peers, and I swear I try to tell them folks I'm not a punchline rapper. I ain't telling jokes. No, say it with your chest when you address a goat. Any disrespect is getting checked, so expect the ghost. Niggas ain't ill since we hit them with the second dose. My pen ultimately killing them this episode. Never in a stressing mode, calls me in my whereabouts. Knowing that the gang gon' aim, they gon' air it out. Show me what you care about. Apparently the clout. Where I'm from, your big homie would be scared to leave the house. Down south, I can hear the two things from my mama room. Gunshots bucking in the night, and a sonic boom. I'm sick of trends like I'm sick of hearing auto-tune. Sick of A&Rs overlooking if you're not a coon. Ooh, dripping with ambition from my head to toe. What'd happen if you never quit?
You never know. What'd happen if you never quit?
You never know.
You never know. Let it go. So close to the blessing that you heading for. What'd happen if you never quit?
You never know. You never know.
And that's one of my favorite lines. See, I told you, I'm Southside. This is one of my favorite. I grew up around the corner from Jabari, but
shout out to Jabari, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So he knows. So he knows that line.
Building, you know what I'm saying?
He knows exactly what I'm talking about with that line. I said, down south, I could hear two things from my mama room: gunshots bucking in the night and the sonic boom. Like every night, that was like I could always hear gunshots in South Jackson. And you can hear the sonic boom of the South practicing at JSU.
I mean,
like I can always
out.
hear it rains out. Yeah.
That's what's up. Now, being the type of rapper that you are, well, you know what? I don't even want to call you a rapper. I'm gonna call you an artist.
I appreciate that.
Now, what is the difference between a rapper and an artist?
Well, for my opinion, in my definition, an artist is concerned about the end product. So I think there are people who are better at putting words together than me. You know what I'm saying? If we're just like I'm no longer at this point in a rapping competition with people when I release an album. I'm thinking about the overall product. I'm thinking about the impact. I'm thinking about what I'm saying and what I'm doing with the music. I'm thinking about like how it's received when I'm performing. I want you to experience my music more so than just listen to it. You know? So I'm like I said, I'm no longer, so that's probably why I don't care so much about like just rapping fast, because I can rap real fast and you not understand a word I just said, but it was like, oh, it was cool. You heard how fast he was rapping? And it's like, I'm not in rapping competitions with people anymore.
I understand what Twista say.
Right. Right.
I learned how to say it sometimes.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
rappers and artists. It seemed like rappers get to make it and artists get shunned.
I don't know if I say that. It's more so about what you want attention for and who you want attention from.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Because and the reason I say that is because there's people who can have a whole lot more followers and interactions with me that don't have more money than me.
Right.
From music.
Yeah.
From music.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about like, oh yeah, invest. No, like money from music.
That's a good one, you know what I'm saying? I had to bring my pad out. I care no fucks about it, man. This is raw. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna lead me to ask you then. Saying that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you feeding right into whatever going on here. I don't know how, but you're doing it.
It's supposed to happen, man.
Now, I was gonna ask you, why do you think it's so hard for artists or rappers, you know what I'm saying, to blow from here? Then you tell me that, I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Okay. I think that people here are not prepared from a business standpoint.
Okay.
To where, and because remember, we have to be very specific when we talk about like what blowing up means. That goes back to which way is up. Like, what is it that you want at the end of the day? And I've noticed that there are some people with like, they might have a really, really hot song, but they're seeing like no residuals from it.
Right.
Because it's not registered or it's not copyrighted. Or you have like, there's a lot of ways that we can, as artists, make this something that's sustainable and a real livelihood instead of just an expensive hobby.
And monetized. You know what I'm saying? Hell.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff, and it's like, and I don't fault people here for not knowing. It's because sometimes people that do know don't share that information, or they'll try to sell you that information.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know if we'll have time to talk about it today, but this is like where I'm going. This is what this year has been about for me, and where I'm going moving forward with. Well, like I said, I don't know if we have time to talk
I mean, we
about
always
it,
got part twos.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, we usually do an hour, but I mean, hey, if we in it, we in it.
But yeah.
Now, well, what I thought was, again, is basically what you said, because a lot of artists in Jackson, rappers, singers even, or whatnot, I would go out on the limb and say that 95% of them don't have ass cap, don't have a BMI, don't have a fingerprint on their music, you know what I'm saying? Pay for plays, they don't have none of that. Again, so like you said, they don't know the game. It's like they just think that we just go in the studio, record a song, put it on the CD and say, hey, here go my motherfucking joint.
Because that's what you see.
And you're not gonna, I mean,
That's all you see.
we got streaming situations now, you know. I guess it's about streams now
And
instead of
it's
trash.
trash. But there's so many. That's what I want to get into, man. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's exactly what I get to. There's so many ways for us to make money from our music outside of just like praying that somebody plays it, you know, on a stream or YouTube, or like paying for views and paying for streams. Man, like one of the best books I ever read on music was a book called The Self-Promoting Musician by a guy named Peter Spellman. And in the book, he said, stop just thinking about where music is played and think about where music is used. And I was like, you know? And so I was thinking, okay, if you turn on the TV, every single commercial you see has some music playing.
Something in it.
Every single TV show has background music.
Yeah.
You know,
Movies.
when there's, right, shout out to Ronnie Crudup Jr., another Southside legend.
What's up, Ronnie, man? You know what I'm saying?
But so Ronnie approached me about when he was running for office. He was like, hey, you know, so I want you to do a campaign jingle for me.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I've never done that before, but yeah, give me an idea of what you want, like what you want it to sound like. All right, bet. And so did it, put it together. He liked it. I got paid for it. And it's like, this is something that like artists don't think about. Like, this is a way that our music can be used.
Right.
Outside of just, like I said, praying that, you know, somebody plays it in the club or, you know, plays on the radio. Like, there are so many other avenues for us to make money from our music but we just have to know that it exists, and we have to be prepared for it when it comes. We have to have that stuff registered.
Right.
For
That's what's up, man. Like I said, man, shout out to Ronnie Kruger Jr., you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. He's doing a lot of good stuff.
Also, his wife, Andrea, you know what I'm saying? Andrea. The daughter with the lemonade stand. I mean,
that's right. Yeah, man.
they moving and grooving. Now, you being an artist, like how does your performances go? Like, how far have you went to perform?
What's the furthest I performed from here? St. Paul, Minnesota. Wow. I guess would be the furthest. Yeah.
How was that?
It was dope, man. It was dope. Like that was that was an earlier performance where I got flued out and everything.
Okay,
got flued out.
Felt like
they
you
paid
made
for
it.
a plane ticket and come up perform. So that was for a college gig, but yeah.
Okay, now what was one of your favorite places that you have performed? I would hope it was Minnesota, because
Nah, man. One of my favorite performances was when I opened for Snoop Dogg in 2013. That was one of my favorite ones.
Where was that?
At Hallam House.
Oh, okay.
I crowd surfed and everything, man. It was hard, man.
Jumped in the crowd.
Yeah.
You was a little thinner then, yo. They can easily carry you, know what I'm saying? But you look good, man. You look good, King. You look good. You know what I'm saying? You look real good.
Man.
Now, I've known your sister for a while, Chrissy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real cool people, real positive. I'm talking about, man, shout out to Chrissy, you know what I'm saying? She was pricey at the time, you know what I'm saying? You know. But she got me through some real tough times in life, you know what I'm saying? Just being very positive and supportive. I mean, she kept giving me words of encouragement, you know what I'm saying? Not to my face, she'll just write it on my Facebook wall, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
And I appreciated that, you know what I'm saying? Now, how did she feel, or even the parents feel, about the direction that you were going as far as the music? I mean, because you said you started on some rah-rah, you know what I'm saying? Then you got positive, or however they want to describe it. But how did they take to what you wanted to do?
So that was actually a sister that I was talking about when I said my mom and my sister.
Okay,
it was Kristen. But I think that my parents didn't know how serious it was early on, because it's like we didn't have anybody in the family that was really doing music like full time. Because even my brother, it's like before it took off with Chapter 13 and stuff, he pulled back a little bit and decided that that wasn't the direction he felt led to go down. And so that wasn't something that was normal in my house. And so at first they were just like, oh yeah, Steven's got his little hobby or whatever. But then it's like, oh no, this is serious. This is a big deal. And I think once they realized that, like my dad is honestly one of my biggest fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he was working, he's retired now, but when he was working at a car lot. Everybody that came up in, hey, let me play some of my son's music for you. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, so now they embrace it. Yeah. My family definitely supports me. My sister, there's still videos of my younger sister, Tracy, pregnant, like full belly pregnant at shows of mine, like just, you know.
You gotta love that.
Yeah, man.
That make you feel good. Because I know a lot of artists that don't have no support, you know what I'm saying, even from their own family. Yeah. They just get up there and do it and just hope to garner fans. And whose phone is that? Jamar. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. Now, with things that's going on in the music industry right now, all right, I got two different situations. Okay. All right. Now, it's a little bit aged right now as far as the Lil Nas X situation. You know what I'm saying? How did you feel about that? I mean, look.
I'm that's just not my thing. I don't care.
Okay, so would you do a song with him?
I don't feel. Here's the thing. I don't really care to just do collaboration just for the sake of collaboration. Okay. If it's not somebody I have chemistry with. Right. Like I can like an artist a lot, but that don't necessarily mean I want to do a song with them. Like even if somebody was like, hey, you want to do a song with Kendrick Lamar, like I mean I don't know him like that. Not saying that. And plus it's like, damn, I had a rap. Yeah, because everybody that's a dope artist isn't necessarily a dope person.
Okay.
And everybody who's
Hey, Fee. Shout out to Fizz and Payment. She showed up. She pulled up on me. God damn it, we done made it, man. Fee here. Man, we somebody now, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Fee here, we somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it'll probably garner you more. You know what I'm saying? You don't want they fans, or you just don't want to just sell your soul, or
yeah, I guess in a weird way I don't care about that. I don't care about the clout as much as I do making something that I can be proud of 20 years from now and be like,
so you care more about the value of the music more so than it popping right now. Because some people can pull something up from the 90s and it can pop today.
Yeah. So right.
The
right.
More so than
yeah, because in the way that I always think about music like food. You know, and there's fast food, there's plenty of McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's a McDonald's on every corner, and it's like, yeah, you can eat it. You might not be hungry afterwards, but it won't be like, oh, this cheeseburger changed my life. You know, this fast food Big Mac changed my life, and that's fine, because sometimes you just want to eat, you want a quick fix. But then there's like food that's gonna take more time and attention and love, and you actually got a chef back there prepping stuff, and there's so much more of a process. And at the end of the day, it's like, man, this is an experience. This isn't just
I'd rather wait.
It's worth the wait.
I got a question then. What, it could be a song or artist.
Mm-hmm.
What song or who do you feel has that kind of music? They don't have to be local.
Mm-hmm.
What, that you will wait on?
No, that their music has that type of vibe.
Okay, chef took time, cooked it, then.
I want you to answer that too.
Oh, well, my answer is Dr. Dre.
So you feel like you can go pull a Dre song?
I mean, we've been waiting on
from NWA, and it's still gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But we've been waiting on the Chronic. You know what I'm saying? Detox. We've been waiting on Detox for umpteen. Yeah. If it ever came out, it's gonna be.
So who would be your artist, or what would be your song?
I'm gonna go like my default answer all the time is always JayZ. But specifically, I want to bring up Erykah Badu, because my wife and I went to an Erykah Badu concert about a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I mean, she's doing stuff that's 25 years old. Man. You know, she's doing, and folks are singing it like at the top of their lungs, like it just came out. You know what I'm saying? And so making timeless music. And you may not turn on a radio and hear Erykah Badu right now, but like if you play it around anybody, like older stuff, people will just start singing it. Yeah, and so that's why I don't feel pressured personally as an artist to drop something every 6 months. You got to keep your name right. No, but what I do want to do is be able to come in here and have Jabari playing stuff that's from 2013. Yeah. Like it just came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because those songs really connect with people, and that's my lane. That's what I want to do.
Because when I told him that you were coming, he was like, "What? Steve?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Granted, we've been Facebook friends for I don't know how long, and I didn't even know your name was Steve. I was like, okay, now I know his name at least. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, man, I got to stay here for that one. Right. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be here for that.
Now, I saw you at the Kickback. Shout out Third Coast Radio.
Man, what's up, Kamikaze Third Coast Radio?
You did a song, like to say her name, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that the name?
Yeah, say her name.
What gave you the idea to do a song like that?
So part of the reason that I don't release music every year, every 6 months or anything like that is because I like to live in between my projects so that I actually have something to talk about. Because it's really, really tough for me to just sit down and write about nothing. I can't, it's really hard for me to do that at this point. So that's something that had been on my heart for years since I had seen it all happen. And it was like, that was one of those times where God was like, no, you gonna write this song. You gonna write this? It was 3:00 in the morning when I was writing that, and so because I had made the beat like maybe months before, and I was just sitting down listening to it. I knew I wanted to use it, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. But then, like I said, it hit me at 3:00 in the morning, and I started. Once the first lines came up, it was all a dream, or maybe a nightmare. And then so the first verse came out, and it was like, "No, I'll do another one." And then I was like, "Okay, do another one. Talk about this." And so I'm like, this is a 4-verse song, and it's like 5 minutes.
Can you explain the concept of the song?
Yeah, so Say Her Name is I talk about.
Is that on Timeless or Untitled?
It's on Untitled, yeah, it's on Untitled, and so
let's see what you're talking about then. We can listen to it.
Yeah, like I said, I had to be obedient and do the whole thing. 5 minutes, 4 verses, like.
Okay, let's go. And did you already have a beat or?
I'd already made the beat. Now I put those clips in there once I knew the concept of the song.
It was all a dream, or maybe a nightmare. We gotta fight back, but they never fight fair. There was a nice scene, Brianna was right there, getting her nails done, up in a high chair, wearing her best smile, rocking her best dress. She could realize through my eyes that I felt stressed. Approached her like peace queen, she told me I'm well blessed. She asked if I'm still mad, I shouted like hell yes. Understand, princess, you took bullets that wasn't yours to begin with. For 3 pigs, sadly only one of them was sentenced, and that was light justice wasn't served. We ain't satisfied, the badges lie, they done passed the line, you ain't have to die. And as I cry, I don't need no tissue. Only shot they took, they said was wrong is when they missed you. It's a shame, and we can't let it ever be in vain. So as long as I'm alive, say a name, say a name.
Okay, now.
In the matter of Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Brett Pincus.
I don't ever want to hear it.
The Jefferson County.
Now, that verse. Mm-hmm. In what sense were you speaking? Like, did you meet her in heaven or something, or?
Right. So it's I did. When something like that happens and we realize, okay, these people are passed on, it's like, but everybody that's left here alive we're the ones that are in distress and the ones grieving and in pain and dealing with all these emotions. And so that's me confronting Breonna Taylor and being like, and she's like, I'm chilling. I'm up here getting a manicure, pedicure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. What's wrong with you? Like, you still mad about that? Like, yeah, I'm mad because, da, da, da. And then just hearing the clips and how all these people are murdering these black women and getting away with it and walking away scot-free. But me dealing with those emotions. And then the second verse is about Aiyana Jones, the 7-year-old black girl in Detroit, got shot during a police raid. Once again, everything got off, and she's just sitting there like eating some ice cream, just holding a little teddy bear and stuff like that. And I was just like, we were supposed to protect you,
Right.
She up here like she's in a better place,
right? And every sense, like as I confront them, they're at peace. They're at peace with it, and we're
That's what I got out of it. Do you consider your music conscious? Well, not all of it, but do you consider it conscious music? I call music like common.
And we talked about that. I asked, was he a backpack rapper or a rapper?
I just call it conscious music. I listen to everything.
Well, conscious and backpack, excuse me.
No,
You know what I'm saying? They
kind of different. I consider like Willow Smith them. Backpack.
No. That's just gin now. You know what I'm saying? Backpack rappers is people, you know what I'm saying, like Common, such as yourself, you know what I'm saying? They have their stuff in their back. I mean, you just walk with your backpack and everything that you really need as far as to write your music.
in your
backpack.
I used to be that guy.
Oh, okay.
I used to be that guy. But then I started listening to JayZ. And it's like, but when I listen to JayZ, it's like I hear a lot of motivational stuff, honestly, when I listen to JayZ.
That's the motivation.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
because I was gonna ask you, you know what I'm saying, like what are you listening to now? Based upon, the type of artist that you are, the type of music that you put out. Mm-hmm. What else do you listen to? Because I know you don't just ride around listening to Common, Diggable Planets, you know what I'm saying, Camp Low, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them artists also, but.
So what I've been listening to lately, I'm actually kind of glad you asked. So I have been listening to this group called Salt. I don't even know where they're from.
Never heard of it.
SAULT. It's not
Okay.
hip hop. It's I listen to a lot of stuff that's not hip hop. I've been listening to this Brazilian jazz chick named Ivinha or something like that. A lot of these people, Salt is still alive, but Ivinha is dead. Like,
Yeah, but I mean,
no, maybe she's not dead, but I listen because I'm a producer too.
Okay.
So I'm always listening for new samples and stuff like that. What was I listening to on the way here?
Right.
I don't know, man.
Because I don't know when I was in the car.
I constantly have music playing. So
I go to work. I come home. When I was coming home, what was playing in my car was Freeway. What We Do.
I just bought the Philadelphia Freeway on vinyl.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on that to come in the mail. But
Dope ass artist, man.
yeah, real tough.
But also, what's his name? He was on the song with Rick Ross. 10 Jesus Pieces. He was on 10 Jesus Pieces. Kamikaze ended up bringing him to Dreams one time.
Oh, you talking about Stally?
Stally. Well, hey, maybe that was a good verse. Hey, shit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was a good verse.
No, I have nothing against Stally.
But that was a good verse.
But matter of fact, I have a playlist called Snow's-A, and it's all like JayZ and Rick Ross.
Snow's-A.
Snow's-A is
Boy,
JayZ and Rick Ross.
now you dropping gems. Now you finna get them come out with a whole situation.
Oh, it's hard.
Now, before we even go any further, you know what I'm saying? Let them know how they can find you on social media.
At Fifth Child Music.
That's the number 5, TH, Child Music.
Yes.
That's
called
Instagram?
linear marketing.
Okay.
Linear marketing is where you everything's the same. The same, not your boy Fifth Child at this or Fifth
Right.
Child 601 or
Yeah.
it's me Fifth Child. Like no, Fifth Child Music all together. That's how you find everything.
Everything, everywhere. Okay, and the Untitled Project.
Yes.
Where can they get that?
I would prefer that you get it on Bandcamp.
Okay.
So you can hear it everywhere. Like it's on all the streaming services. It's on SoundCloud, like all that stuff. But I would prefer that you buy it on Bandcamp. And the price of the album on Bandcamp is $16.19.
Okay.
$16.19.
I see now.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. And there you go again.
And it was ambitious. Like one, it was ambitious for me to even just call the album Untitled. I definitely scrapped the Timeless name. I hated that. But it was ambitious because I couldn't think of what I wanted to call it. And then there was some like, well, I mean, why does it need a name at all? And I'm like, well, I can't just not have a name for it. Like D'Angelo did it, you know? Like Nas did it. It's like, you're not D'Angelo. Well, why can't I? No, it's Untitled. It's just here. This is the project. And then I'm like $16.19 for 8 songs. And then the other side, because I told you I'm a Gemini, man, the other side was like, yes, right. Yeah, 16. And so I was like, cool, I'm doing it. And I put it out. And when I say it was like, people were buying it and people were like, that's the ultimate compliment as an artist that you can get. Man, it was dope. Man, it was like, thank you for putting this out. Thank you, and because I know what that feels like as a fan and as a consumer when somebody puts out something that I feel speaks to me, not just basically nod my head, but actually speaks to me. It's like, thank you for releasing this art. The show that you were talking about, there's something that used to bug me when I would perform. And it's like people wouldn't be like nodding their heads and stuff like that, and I'm thinking like, dang, they don't like it or something like that. But that's what it was. That's what I realized. Like, no, they're listening to you. Like people weren't having side conversations or showing people. No, folks were like staring at me, listening to every single word.
That was a good show. Like, I don't know what you call the thing. Is it a beat machine?
Yeah, the MPC. Yeah. When I was making beats live on stage.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I had to DJ that night. I missed it, you know what I'm saying? I hate I missed it, but
It was a lot of good people there.
Kivo Gotti was there.
Kivo Gotti was there.
Pink Palaces.
I like them. Yeah.
okay, we're gonna tap into all of them. Now, I watched an interview with Webby's son.
Webby's son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not. I mean, he looked like one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if they was interviewing him, you know what I'm saying, it probably wasn't because he was Webby's son. But you know what I'm saying, he put a age gap on me. He was like, if you're 30 and there ain't nothing shaking, you need to stop. And I didn't understand that, you know what I'm saying, because I mean, some of my favorites are grown. Like I said, I mean,
They were grown when they got there. You know?
right. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying that, okay, if your father, well, he I guess if you don't make it before 30, you should stop. Do you think it's a gap on it? Or a stopping point?
Only if we create that. Only if we accept that.
Right.
It can be.
Yeah, I feel like only if you let other people suck you out your blessing, you might need to keep going.
I mean,
Independent, and like I said, and what you're trying to do. If you are trying to look and act like a young, you know,
Right.
guy, then yeah, you gonna
Right.
look silly.
Yeah, ain't nobody
You
trying
gonna
to
look
speak.
silly trying to do that, right?
You want to speak to your demographic. Ain't nobody supposed to make music for us no more.
Bruh.
I
I'm,
heard that Stepdaddy song Slap. Have you ever heard that? I don't know, some dude.
Like Starlito?
No, it was a dude on TikTok. He wrote a song by Stepdaddies. Like
that sounds
something
familiar.
like he wants to step up as soon as I stepped in. Something like the dude went off. I tell you.
Oh yeah, we'll tap into that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's a gap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because a lot of the things that I experienced in life, I got after 30.
Yeah.
A lot of things I experienced, I got before 30. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I need to talk about after 30. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that's alive after 30 to 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be rapping at 50. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I think JayZ could do it too.
Man, you heard his verse on What It Feels Like?
Man.
Oh my God.
Man. Hold up. Assassinated. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask you that, you know what I'm saying? JayZ or Nas?
Come on, man.
Hey.
Like JayZ.
Hey.
JayZ.
Man, damn that. You know what I'm saying?
He's still somebody. To be reckoned.
King's Disease 1 and 2 were both really good projects.
Slow your roll.
They're both
You know
really
what
good
I'm
projects.
saying?
First
One
of
and
all,
two.
shout out Chuck Boy, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey.
Did y'all have a dispute about this?
Yes, we did. Because I said that Nas was trash.
You said he was washed?
You call him trash?
I mean, King's Disease 2 was his best work to me.
That's
His best work. And that's probably only because Hit Boy came through on it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely.
Because I put Benny the Butcher over Nas.
Oh my God. Let me go ahead.
Benny.
I like Benny a lot,
I
but
like Benny, but not over Nas.
You don't listen to what I listen to then. If you say you like Benny but not over Nas, that's only because you only heard what you heard. Can't nobody do Hit Boy like Benny. Nas did it, you know what I'm saying? I like Sunday Brunch, you know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I listen to both of them, because I honestly listen to everything
King's
when it
Disease
comes
1, I
out.
was like,
I really listen to everything when it comes
let
out.
who defend say though.
But I'll say I don't play it. That I didn't. It didn't have the replay value for me where I just like, oh, I have to listen to this song again. But there's a lot of stuff that's not like that for me.
As far
like,
as what? Which one? Replay
1 and
value.
2.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Sunday Brunch.
The J. Cole albums. Like, I'm not saying it's not good. It's just not stuff that like I go to a lot.
J. Cole or Big Sean?
J. Cole. J. Cole. Now, Big. Now the what was it? Detroit 2. Detroit 2 was tough. Detroit 2 was tough.
Big Sean.
Big Sean though? Well, I'm gonna keep. I asked.
Big Sean.
Yeah. And I mean, I gotta
Big
respect
Sean,
your
Big
answer.
Sean.
Okay.
No, and the thing is, I like all of them. I just I think the reason why is because I remember Warm Up J. Cole.
Okay.
You know, and that's the person I still have in my head. I truly haven't just loved any of his commercial albums.
What?
I haven't loved any of his commercial albums. The one closest to I maybe love would be like Forest Hills Drive, and then this the new one.
Yeah.
But I haven't loved any of his albums.
Friday night, like, you know what? It's
That's
okay.
a mixtape too, by the way.
Question. 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 You know what I'm saying? Hell, I mean, what are we here? Did we just become brothers? What's the difference between a mixtape and an album?
Or EP.
The difference between a mixtape and an album. I think with mixtapes, you have the opportunity to be more free and more experimental and just kind of just do whatever. An album, in my eyes, needs to be cohesive to some degree. Like, I prefer albums, honestly, where there's one producer for the majority of it.
Okay.
That's just my personal taste. Because I like to see when people like craft the sound together. That's what Hit Boy and Nas are doing right now. To me, is crafting the sound together. Even with JayZ 444, like him and No ID crafted the sound together for that project. But like I said, with mixtapes, you can be more free. Now, to this day, I still like when I hear the word mixtape, Wayne is my immediate association. Like that's where my mind goes when I think mixtape.
See, now we finna start freestyling now.
That's why Gucci got more.
He does. He has like 103, like 108.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if he got more than Wayne.
He does.
He does.
He does?
He does. Yeah, Gucci has like 100 something projects.
Gucci got more
Yeah.
than Wayne.
Yeah, he has 100 something projects.
I'm gonna have to fact check that. I'm gonna have to fact check
Fact
that.
check.
Because
Let me ask you a
from the
question.
Carter sessions to the dedications to I mean,
No
Louisiana.
Ceilings,
Yeah. But again, starting off with it, mixtapes were jacking for beats.
Right.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now mixtapes have become albums. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But people are
Right.
using
Right.
industry or their own beats for a mixtape. And why wouldn't that be considered an album then?
Because you've seen people try to redo stuff, like they weren't worried about sample clearances and stuff like that when it was just a mixtape. And so I went to South by Southwest in Austin in 2010. And so this is the time, it was the perfect time. That's like blog era rap. So Wiz Khalifa, Cushion, OJ.
Oh man. Dope
Big
ass.
Crit was here.
I think that was an album. Cushion Orange You should have been an album.
Right, no, and they just put it out on streaming services.
But it was a mixtape.
Freddie Gibbs,
Oh man.
Straight Killer, No Filler.
What?
Yeah, so all this is, I'm saying this is all around the same time where all these mixtapes were dropping, and it was just incredible. So J. Cole, like we got to see everybody at that South by Southwest, but it was a different time because they also weren't worried about making stuff that was gonna appease the label. They were just speaking directly to their fans. It's like, right, just making music that they love, like not trying to, get with the hottest producer. They're working with the producers that they came up with, So
Let me ask you about producers here and like as far as like your album that you just released. Who was did you have a main producer on it?
I did.
Him.
Did. Fifth Child.
Him.
Yeah.
Have you worked with any other? Are you interested in working with any other producers that locally?
I am interested in working with other producers, but that's weird. Not so much. More so from a business standpoint, though, because I take a lot of I take that to heart, like the producer community and us getting what we deserve, and getting the respect and acknowledgement and the money that we deserve. And so I know I didn't bring the sticker with me here, but I have some stickers and some T-shirts that say like "Pay your producer," because it's like, yeah, because it's I hate producers being an afterthought, and because a rapper will, right. And rappers will get on a beat and talk about how much money they got and all kinds of stuff, and then don't pay the producer. It's like, so you got money for to smoke out in this studio session, but you didn't have money to pay the person who made the beat, and I think that's trash. Okay. And so, like, I want to just shine a light on the producers in the city that are doing amazing stuff, and them just to get the credit that they deserve. So,
Produce for others?
Do I? Yes.
Yes, because like I said, now
sure.
you are surrounded by a great group of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether they are known producers or not. You know what I'm saying? Like Taiwo,
Oh yeah.
Kiende. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I met them through Rest in Peace Tombstone. You know what I'm saying? That was the best producer I had ever heard in my life from him. I mean, he should have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of stuff for Slim Thug, you know what I'm saying? Fucking off with Akon and things like that. But I mean, you are surrounded by people like that.
Yeah.
And I get to see where I chopped it up with Hershey Black yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hershey Black, man. We're going to set your date up. One of the things that I want to talk about was that the way beats get recycled.
Talking about tight beats or like.
Oh, you know what I'm saying, or whatever case may be. They say when you do your beats, you know you do your beats, and I mean when I hear them, I don't really hear nobody else on them exactly, other than who was supposed to be on it. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard beats from Hershey that Joker was on, that Lil Ron was on. I've heard beats that Champagne Shawty was on, that I can't even think of the other artists that they was on. Same thing with Diesel, you know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about the way the beats are being put out there?
I feel like these producers actually have a style, and they have their own voice and their own language in production. But it's like when you have people that will say, well, shoot, well, I gotta work with you. I can just go on YouTube and, lease this beat for $5 and stuff like that. And that's what you have happening so often. So producers, like, just to be able to compete, they do what everybody else, they do what's expecting, what everybody else wants them to do.
Yeah, you release a beat.
But
man,
sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Look, right. Because you know what's gonna happen is like, and this, I've seen this happen to so many artists here, where they just found some beat on YouTube and then somebody else releases a song with that same beat, and it's like, bruh, like you never own this. You never own this, and you never have a distinctive voice. When truthfully, rather than just finding something, a so-and-so type, a Travis Scott type beat, a Roddy Ricch type beat online, like you can get with this one producer and y'all stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning working and developing, crafting your own sound. And so that's why there's an event, the showcase that I had done in the past that I really want to bring back, something called Beat Sale Saturdays. And basically what it was is think of it like a farmer's market for producers. So I'd have like 2-3 producers. Like I have Hollywood Luck and Rashad Street, and for the whole afternoon they just play beats that they had available for sale, and then rappers could just come and listen. Like, hey, what's the name of that one? Okay, I want to get that one from you. And so just getting them in the same room so they can have like a listening session.
Okay. Shout out Rashad Street, man, and Hollywood Luck. You know what I'm saying? 61X. Make sure y'all tap into their project. Y'all know exactly what's going on. Now, you've been at this for a while. So what is some of the best advice that you've received?
Some of the best advice that I've received. Oh, yeah. So one of my friends in college, I remember I was doing an interview for like something in college. I was doing an interview, and so the dude was like, well, tell me who Fifth Child is. And I was like, Fifth Child is just, a normal guy that just loves music and, wants to rap, blah, blah, blah. And my friend stopped it right there, stopped the video. He was like, don't ever say that again. Like, you're not normal.
Right.
Stop calling yourself normal. It's like, you got to realize you're doing something like, you're extraordinary. You are blah, blah. Like, don't just play yourself like that. And I was like, dang. Like, you right.
Okay, now what advice would you give to someone?
What advice would I give to someone? I guess it would be that like I was saying, don't just think about where music is played, but think about where music is used and all the opportunities that you have to monetize your craft, and don't let anybody else define that for you. Or don't let anybody else own you like that.
That's good knowledge. Because you don't just have to get played on the radio. There's movies, there's commercials, it's a lot.
That pay way more.
Yeah.
that pay way more. No, and so recently I did a songwriting workshop at a school in Meridian.
Okay.
They just randomly hit me up. So there's something called Mississippi Arts Commission, and they have an artist roster. There's no other rappers on it. They could be. You just got to submit to it. But there's an artist roster, and so these people found my information on there, hit me up, and said, "Hey, would you be willing to come? Talk to our kids, and do some songwriting workshops with them?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, okay, name your price. And that's where my life has gone from. That's where my career in music has gone from. From praying that somebody will, pay little old me to perform at this show. I've never paid to perform. Don't do that. If I had some advice, it'd be don't pay nobody for you to perform. But yeah, it went from hoping that somebody would throw me $25 for me, going up here and sweating my brains out doing this show, to people being like, "So how much you want?" And you saying, I'm not going to accept anything less than this. Yeah. Trina B played a big role in me taking that mindset too. Okay. Because I think she saw that happening to me, years ago, and was like, "Nah." She was like, "Did you drive out here? Did you, write these songs? Did you make these beats? Did you pay for that equipment? Did you, da da da?" No, they got to break bread. Yeah.
Now I want, before because we almost at our limit. Okay. I was gonna ask you, it was something we talked about earlier. You said something about collaboration, like, you gotta feel it, So like, I see a couple of collaborations on this joint, Hey man, he brought me a vinyl. Which way is up? You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that. You don't have a record player.
You don't know what I got. But I bet you won't get this. You know what I'm saying? But you got some features on here, Yeah. Vice, Supreme, JayZ, Marcel P. Black, Dollar Black, you, Betsy Berryhill, Alpha Banks, Scoop. Did I miss anyone? Oh, this is a lot of names here. Okay, saxophone by Tiger Rogers.
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy Tiger Rogers. Yeah, he's real dope.
I can't wait. And I'm gonna get a copy. I'm talking about this.
Oh, okay.
Copy. You know what I'm saying? But you say you do features with people that you feel and you relate to or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Now, female artists. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we always choose to talk about, because a lot of them don't get the respect that they should get. Granted, love makes Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Hell, just gets me going. You know what I'm saying? But I would prefer Eve over Megan Thee Stallion. I take Mia X over all of them. So how do you feel about collaborating with female artists, and also how do you feel about, the impact that female artists have on the music industry?
I am 100% open to performing with, working with female artists. So Vitamin C is doing some background vocals on my new album. My wife is actually rapping on my on Untitled, the song, The Couple Therapy, Jessica. Yeah.
We already shouted out her, what was the business again?
Pretty Blow Boutique, and Lock Just Right.
Okay.
But what's funny is when I was making this album, when I was making Which Way Is Up, and it's like, and people may hear and think it's like, conscious album, backpack album, whatever. I was listening to Cardi more than anything else when I made this.
Cardi dope here.
Because Invasion of Privacy is what I was listening to.
I said, somebody get it, she gonna blow it.
Okay, Fee, I got you.
Man.
You see this?
That was Love and Hip Hop days, though.
I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, I could see you with Renee Lee.
So I've worked with Renee Lee. I used to
put this up here.
I definitely used to work with Renee Lee a lot. So I did. I know I told you about Beat Sale Saturday. That was one showcase I had. But then before that, I did one called New Jacks, and I just wanted to work with 5 young artists just to introduce some new faces to the scene, but also help them on the business side. So that was Renee Lee, Tyra D, a guy named Dolo, Jack City, and a guy named TSG. But so I was, I had them performing. I was paying them for shows. I was, like I said, helping them get their business stuff straight. So Yeah, there's some, man. Young Jules, I did some beats on for Young Jules.
Shout out
before,
Young
too.
Jules.
Yeah, Young Jules is hard.
Now, is it anybody else that you would like to work with outside of your realm of music? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would wonder. I mean, I listen to a lot of street music or whatnot. Love what y'all do also. I ain't gonna say y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm separating everybody, you know what I'm saying? Well, everybody does. But, you know, it is a difference. But I like to hear this with that and that with this. I like to hear Bankroll, Red Bankroll, or Bob Street, or whoever, with Dollar Black.
Bankroll a lot too.
You know what I'm saying? I like to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Because he is labeled as a street rapper, but he really has something to say.
Definitely, that's a real good dude too, man.
You know,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to hear you not just with the Kamikazes or the Dollar Blacks or anything like that. I mean, I don't know how far it's gonna get with you and Young Tally. You know what I'm saying? He's real different. You know what I'm saying? Hell, but I want to bridge the gap.
You know what's funny? So I got a song with Luck. I got a song with Doe Hicks. I got a song with Coke. I have 2 songs with Coke. Boomaye.
Now Luck is like a backpack rapper though, you know what I'm saying? But he's a rapper. If you take it back to
Yeah.
I'm giving a timeline. I'm giving
Okay,
a timeline
okay.
here. If you go back to
Like
you know
when
what I'm saying?
first up Luck.
First up Luck, you know what I'm
Squid,
saying? Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Then that was rapper Luck, you know what I'm saying? And then he started becoming a creator
Yeah.
and an artist
Right.
outside of a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now dancing that and they better get they, you know what I'm saying? He just special.
He's man. Luck,
he just
yeah.
special. Squid is
You gotta
special too.
protect Luck at all costs. Man.
Squid is special though.
I've done some beats for Savvy.
Okay.
Savvy's
Okay.
True. And
Was
of
it
course,
on the
Slim
last
Pusha.
situation?
There's a song with him and a guy named D Horton.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Was it on the Minor Savvy
I also
too,
did
or-
some on. No, it was. I don't know if he put it out on a project. I know it was a single, but I don't know if he released it on a project. I did some stuff on the Black Crown album too with him and Savvy.
What you do? Cause that motherfucking okay, now I don't want before I say this and before I ask what you did, you know what I'm saying? It was a 10-track project. All right. The first song, it was hype. You know what I'm saying? Really wasn't one of my favorites. But from 2 to 10, everything is ride. Which one did you do?
Man, I'm trying to remember the name of the song.
Okay, we had coming from where I'm from. When shit gets low, the shit gets bad. That one. I mean, everything from 2 to 10 was just. Pew.
Is it Respect?
I was able.
Yeah, Respect that did that. Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that because I remember because I did that the day I got back from Barbados, so it's no samples in it, and that's just the vibe I was in. So I remember making that beat. Man.
Why don't you have no tags?
You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question, and because before I thought about it, but then I was listening. Some of my favorite producers didn't do it. Because back in the early 2000s, late 90s, it wasn't cool to you never heard DJ Premier put a tag on something or
His tag was his.
Right, it was just his style. Pete Rock wasn't doing tags, But then now it's like as a producer that helps you build your brand now. So like Hit Boy, Mike Will made it. It's like Take Keith, It's like that's part of producers forcing you to respect them, no, acknowledge me. I understand you're gonna hear this tag on all these beats and all these songs, these hits, right? Because there are some other producers where they didn't even need to tag it. You just knew the moment a Pharrell song comes on, it's like, oh yeah, that's Pharrell.
Where it was like that, you knew who made this.
Yeah, because because their styles were so distinct. Nobody made beats like Timbaland. You knew it. Yeah.
Shit. Let me turn this back on because we are at our limit. But I have one song to come out with, you know what I'm saying?
But can we give us your social medias one more time?
At Fifth Child Music. At the number 5 TH Child Music.
All across the board.
On everything.
Y'all gotta look.
FifthChildMusic.com. Please go look at the website. I've been working hard on that lately. I've been updating it. You know, shout out to my guy Chris Winfield who designed it, and then he showed me how to actually update it. So yeah, and let me know if anything's not working on there so I can fix it.
And make sure you check out the album on Bandcamp. It's Untitled.
Yes.
Untitled.
And the vinyl's coming soon.
Man.
Vinyl coming prayerfully in the next couple weeks.
At the event, and I was like, "Oh, you got a table."
Yeah, a table.
Right, merch. Yes.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
So they can get the merch on FifthChildMusic.com.
Absolutely.
Fifth
They can
Child
see the tour, the tour dates coming up, like everything.
Man, I'm telling you now, man, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
I mean, I've been waiting to get you here, you know what I'm saying? But I be moving and grooving, you know what I'm saying? Flaking and shaking, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No.
But I'm glad you got to pull up on me, you know what I'm saying? And again, you are one of the artists in the city, you know, and I really do fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Because I like real rap. I like gutter shit. Mm-hmm. I can listen to, I can go all over the board. But I like real rap, you know what I'm saying? So you make me listen. You make me say, hold up. Take that back. What that nigga just say?
Right.
Wait a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I treat JayZ kind of stuff. When JayZ dropped 444, that was around the same time that Dollar Black and Savvy did their project.
Yeah.
So just so happened it was able for me to put both of them on one CD.
Yeah,
it fit.
Too. Yeah.
No. So as I was riding and listening to it, because I didn't have a type of car where I could just, you know, it had to be a CD. Mm-hmm. When 444 went off and it went straight into that, you know what I'm saying? Again, the first song didn't catch me, but after that, it was like, man, it could have been on that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
JayZ could have been on $7 Black Joint, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They make
Shout
me
out
think.
AV Evo too.
Oh yeah, man, shit. I got so many. I ain't gonna tell them that. Yeah, I tell you, you know what I'm saying. They had a beat battle at Dream, you know what I'm saying, and all the producers they gave. I had DJ that joint, and all the producers gave me they beats. Man, I got a folder. I'm gonna have a folder with your beats. I know I got his. You know what I'm saying. I got his. K Car.
K Car the truth.
Palmer.
Charles Palmer the truth too. K Car did the intro to not Which Way Is Up, but the album before that, My Conversations with God.
Okay.
He did the first track on that.
K Car was true. I remember when he was just, you know what I'm saying? I had to start, I was his rapper.
Oh,
What? And he was just giving me anything that he had, you know what I'm saying? And then he just grew to something great.
Alumni beats too.
Man, oh yeah, shout out to Alumni. It's a lot of dope producers, man. You got to make sure that y'all tap into them. Do you want to
Don Shay.
Do y'all want to just get one artist and just do something? Because you want to get paid for your shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do you give beats, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey man.
Yeah. I mean, because that happens too. As you build a sound with somebody, like that's been my relationship with Slim Pusha.
Okay.
That's been my relationship with my homeboy Trump Card.
Okay.
Did a lot of stuff for him, but yeah, I mean, it definitely happens because you, like I said, you build that relationship and craft that sound.
Okay, man. Well, like I said, man, this your boy DJ Reese Reed, man. This is another edition of Speak Loud TV, man. We got Fifth Child in the building, man. Make sure y'all tap in with them. All social media platforms, all musical platforms, Fifth Child Music. Okay?
FifthChildMusic.com.
FifthChildMusic.com. Make sure y'all tap into SpeakAloud.com. Also, you know what I'm saying? We finna tap into this joint right here. Now, wait a minute.
Am I really?
No, we're gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? Here. I gotta get the Bluetooth right. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is raw. It be like that. Bluetooth. Hook it up. We did too much talking, you know what I'm saying? It just disconnected. You know what I'm saying? These damn iPhones. Everybody know that I don't know how to work an iPhone. I mean, cause I don't be using the joint, you know what I'm saying? Here, but shit, I'ma learn. Okay, there we go here. Up.
Am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really
That's you?
out the plan
That's
that
Trinidad
I had
James.
I ain't no rapper no more, that label don't fit in my crown. I never fit in no crowd, I'm sick of sticking around. I'm finna drift in the clouds, mountain an Olympus bound. No, I don't belong on no list. Gimmicks was never my style. I gave y'all several discs, gave you the drip and the drought, gave you the keys to the game. Most never figured it out. Rocking unlimited crowds, reaching all demographics, and rappers was selling you coke. I was just giving you classics. I never had a chain.
Okay.
No, I just own all my masters. I never went by the book.
Okay.
But I can quote all the chapters. I know the before and
Okay.
afters. Lies in the golden statues. The idols they told you will make you whole, but it's so unnatural. Soul is eternal. The gun is a weapon. Soul is a journal. You go with flesh and blood. I'm beefing with Dante's Inferno. Rappers don't get involved. This one here just does not concern you. Blast from a different bomb. Blast the true splash with a swig of songs with faith. Size of a seed that you can fit in your palms. Cast mountains into the sea. The doubt ain't leading you wrong, but feeding you what you need. You just think I'm singing a song.
Own label. Is there a bunch of hype there? No, it's not. And that's totally fine. Because
Man.
I'm a grown up and I'm a true artist and it's totally cool.
Totally.
And
Can you play the second
about
verse,
hype.
too?
It's not-
Yes, sir.
You understand what it
Let's
is.
get
You're
it.
taking the steps towards your path of success. And not what somebody else wants you to do. Would you be opposed to
Can I?
it?
Yes, the fuck I can.
I don't know. Man, do I believe in myself? Maybe too much. But what's wrong with that?
All of that loving is fake, purely infatuation. They don't want to let you be great. They rather cancel your greatness, shovel the dirt in your name. Seeing you fall is amazing. They get some satisfaction. The internet giveth and taketh. You ain't been broke in a minute. Now you a minute for breaking. Popular people don't make mistakes.
That's when I thought you was about to lose it, you know what I'm saying? You caught it.
The territory. People will write you in and you just want to share your story. And I've had my share of glory. Trust me, the feeling is fleeting. Niggas who never had it, the only ones feel that they need. The cycle keep getting repeated. When will they ever learn? The fire that's left inside you, you gotta let it burn. You gotta let it burn, or you gotta let it burn. You only get one life.
You don't get a second turn. Consider that lesson learned. The second a check is earned, gotta decide. God or your pride will direct you serve. Christ or a revenue curve. Partner, we've been in the black. Something from nothing, you looking at the inventors of that. Times are changing. We no longer sit in the back in hip hop's hours until we say that we finish with that.
Deuces.
For the record.
Speak Loud TV, Fifth Child Music, DJ Reese Fizz and Pay Me. You know exactly what the fuck going on.